as I wrote here, the PhD in architecture, the real title is, as you can see, Architecture, History and Project, is recognized by the Department of Architecture and Design as the third level teaching program dedicated to research training. This is not working also only for architecture research project, but also for the other two PhD program in the same department. One is the one the one about design, about what was talking Professor Jarmak, and the other one is the one about heritage. Mine, so the PhD program in architecture, so you can imagine a department in which there is a PhD program on design, a PhD program on heritage, and a PhD program on architecture. The one about architecture is increasingly, since its foundation, the place for basic research, what we call curiosity-driven research, and at the same time is also the incubator of the careers of young researchers. When I'm saying curiosity-driven, it is because in our university, you can make research mission-oriented, that is research paid by somebody to discover something. Curiosity-driven is something in which you are not paid, but you are discovering something because of your curiosity. The very fantastic things of the PhD program is that you can make curiosity-driven paid normally by a scholarship. In particular, our PhD in architecture aims to assume a key role in two strategic axes. One is the implementation of multidisciplinary knowledge, transdisciplinary knowledge that should be the basis for competitive research and for the mission. We're always thinking that the PhD program is the incubator of the research of the department, and then also the assumption of the international framework as an essential role for training young scholars. For us, internationalization of incoming PhD students as well as of outgoing PhD students. In this moment, I'm talking about outgoing, is very important, making experiences abroad. In this moment, I'm talking with all of you from the University of Cyprus in Nicosia. I'm here for a research project, and I am together with a PhD student, a PhD graduated as a PhD a couple of months ago, and another PhD student that now is a PhD graduated 1.5 years ago that now is doing her postdoc here in UCY. So you see how the horizon towards internationalization is very important. And the second slide is about how does it work. I asked to the several PhD students of my PhD program, they are around 40, 45 every year, to describe themselves, and they invented these doves constellations in which you can see some main topics that they are working about. The first three, maybe they are the ones more linked to the rising of the PhD. The PhD was made by the crisis, the mix of architecture, design, and history of architecture and urbanism, and also at the beginning by a part of technology of architecture. So construction, history, and design, architectural and urban design are the three main topics. But then it has been developed something more related to some specific topics like mountain architecture or mountain architecture that is linked to the institution. This is the Institute for Alpine Architecture, Architecture of the Mountain. And the FUL, it's a Future Urban Legacy Lab, an interdepartmental of Politecnico. The so-called China Room is a place in which they are making more studies based on Asia, not only China, but with China, because we have a joint PhD program with Tsinghua University in Beijing. And the Transitional Morphologies Joint Research Unit that is based together with another university, the Southeast University in Nanjing, and it is completing all this framework. And I can say that this is my very, very fast and very, very quick presentation. I don't know if, because there is also one of my PhD student with Federica Serra. I don't know if
yes,
she could add something.
Of course, we are still perfectly on time. So, Federica Serra, we are looking forward to hearing your testimonial.
If you want, I can go back with the previous image.
Hi.
Or maybe you have a presentation, I don't know.
No, I am not. I can speak on it. As the coordinator said before, our experience as PhD students in the DASP is a very heterogeneous experience because we are always in touch with people that studies things very different from us. And another thing that is important and that I think can be interested for those who want to apply in this PhD program is that we are always involved in a lot of activities that are connecting research, but also teaching experience, but also the organizing of conference, the organizing of something of books, of other exchanging with other university. In my case, I'm connected with EPFL, but all other students are in that moment in Cyprus with the professor, but also in the USA and so on. So in China and so on. So I think that is a very rich environment, the DASP one, because we can do a lot of things all together. On the other side, I'm also a representative of all the PhD students in the Department of Architecture and Design, so also of the students of the two other PhD courses that are described before. And we are trying to do something that is exchanging with all the other PhD students. So we are a great community of PhD students in architecture and design in the department, and it is a very interesting thing, and I think it's useful for you to know this.
Thanks, Federica, a lot.
Thank you very much, Federica, for your precious testimonial for this presentation. Professor Trisciolio, I don't know if there was anything else you wanted to ask. Otherwise, I might have a question for you.
No, I have nothing more to say. I'm ready to answer questions if there are any.
Sure. I will start with mine first. Are there any tips and tricks to do a successful application to this PhD program?
Yes, I think that the best suggestion is going to the website of the PhD school in Politecnico di Torino, read carefully what is written about our PhD program. I think that this is working for every PhD program, and then watch the people who is members of the DASP committee and investigate on what they are doing, what they are writing, what their interest before writing maybe a letter to asking references or to ask and help in preparing the candidature. I'm saying this because in the last couple of years, ChatGPT is making a lot of candidatures, and I have to say, maybe it's the news of a crime, but I put them in the basket immediately because I can recognize that they are fake candidature. So read something about these professors. So some of the things they are writing are quite interesting, and write to them as a peer. I'm always treating my PhD students in my PhD program as peers. They are scholars like me, and I like to talk with them about research, starting from this point. Read the researches of the professor and write an email that is talking about the research, so maybe with some curiosity. We are not looking for a place, you're looking for a way to discuss in a research community.
Thank you very much.